apart from the fact that the Sabbath is considered a day of worship and a day of rest, it is also considered by the Jews as a day when no work is done. And work in this sense is so ambiguous, such that even to cook on the Sabbath day is forbidden. But at the same time, you can warm the food that has been prepared before Sabbath with the fire that was lit a day before the Sabbath and not on the Sabbath day. So there were a lot of inconsistencies and hypocrisy concerning the Sabbath rules. And that was why when the disciples of Jesus were accused of doing what was forbidden on the day of the Sabbath, Jesus reminded the Pharisees of what had happened in the Old Testament, in the first book of Samuel, chapter 21, the encounter between David and Ahimelech when David was fleeing from Saul. Now, if we do not understand the Old Testament text, we would misunderstand what Jesus said when he gave that as an example. It would appear as though Jesus was saying that there was nothing wrong with breaking the law of the Sabbath. But he reminded them that what David and his men did was out of necessity, because they were hungry and they asked the priest if he had any bread for them to eat. And he told them he didn't have any bread except the bread of the presence, or as it is called today, the showbread. And that bread of the presence was to be eaten conditionally, and the condition was that they must be sexually clean, free from all defilement. And we can see the connection with our own bread of the presence today, the Holy Eucharist. It is not something we just walk up and begin to consume. And that is why before communion, we are expected to make an examination of conscience and decide if we are truly disposed to receive the body of Christ. Now, my dear friends, the message of Jesus basically here is that the Pharisees were more concerned about the letter of the law, such that they forgot about the spirit of the law. And this would also take us, for instance, to the parable of the Good Samaritan in Luke chapter 10, verses 25 to 37, when the priest and the Levite, because they had a religious duty to perform, decided not to help the man in need, and at the end of the day, they were the ones that went wrong. So sometimes we pay so much attention about what the law says, even when we don't understand what the spirit of the law is. In our relation with our brothers and sisters, it is important for us to understand that the law is meant to make us to do the right thing. And if we decide to do the wrong thing because we feel that by keeping the law, then the aim of the law is defeated. Pope St. Gregory, whom we celebrate today, was a man of the law, but still he was so zealous in his shepherding of souls. He was a humble man, though from a noble family. And our first reading summarizes it today by asking us, what have we received that has not been given to us by God? And if it has been given to us by God, why must we boast? It is a call for us to be humble and to realize that the greater we are, the more humble we must become.